Kunapareddi, and today in our evening session we are with law students. We are starting with Swapna. So this is the 3rd of June 2025. Good evening, Swapna. How are you doing?
Yeah, I am doing great.
How was the day today?
Yeah, it was good, ma'am.
So tell me something about the day.
Today we visit the water harvesting park, which is located in Jubilee Hills in Hyderabad. Me and my college friends visit there with my college principal and some other staff members.
Okay.
Because
so that was an education trip.
Yeah, upcoming environmental day, we want to celebrate there. So our principal is watching the area how it is, and she want to introduce all those things to the students, because in law so many other career students come and join, so they don't know how the environment is working. So ma'am teaches environmental science in first sem, so she is so interested to introduce all those things, and she is the very enthusiastic fellow to maintain the environment without much pollution. So ma'am want to visit our students today.
That would have been nice. Even I would have been interested actually.
Yeah.
I was also, when I was used to teach, I was in charge of the nature club.
Okay.
And we did a lot with the students. And we also did a lot for conservation of tigers.
Okay.
So that was something. It was a beautiful experience.
Yeah,
I think students should be taught about the environment right from the young age.
Yes. When teachers are interested to teach the environment, then students automatically they learn the things.
They get interested.
Yeah,
yes.
how to
because I think the enthusiasm of the teacher also brushes off.
Yeah.
It rubs on the students.
Yes.
They also get encouraged. And everybody knows that environment is so important, but most of the time we disregard it, or we are too busy to think about it.
Yes.
But that thought should always be there at the back of our minds.
Yes.
Because as we say, what kind of a land are we giving to our future generations?
Yeah.
So that is what we have to keep in mind. It's not just for us. What are we giving to our future generations?
Yes.
So that
after gaining all this knowledge, I always conscious with my resources, because before I don't know, particularly now when I came to Hyderabad, I am very conscious by using the water or some vehicles.
Water.
Yeah. I conserve water. I don't want to waste water like before. And some electricity, where I don't roam there, I turn off the all lights and fans.
Very good, yes.
Yeah, like
know.
that. I became
we
more
should make it a
nowadays.
matter of habit.
Yes.
Even the the vegetable peel, if it can be recycled and used as a natural fertilizer for plants, that would be a good thing. So because those are the things we should follow, and we should pass it on to our next generation.
Yeah, today I remember many of my childhood days, from childhood days onwards, from up to graduation days, because whatever I learn in my schooling and my college, all the things are there in that park, and some guide is there to explain all the things. I feel so happy after watching all those things, because
how long has that park been there?
It built recently, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember even about 15-20 years ago also, Chandrababu Naidu, when he was a chief minister, he had also introduced rainwater harvesting.
Yes.
He said all apartments, like when we have these multi-storied apartments, he was giving a 50% subsidy
to build the water harvesting.
For all apartments to have their own water harvesting pits. Yes. So I remember in our apartments also we had started building one.
Yeah.
And because the government was encouraging people to do it, and they were putting any of 50% of the finances. Yeah. So that was a good thing.
The one who is there in that park, who is managing all the show, he also saying that government encouraging the people to construct the pits, water harvesting pits, but homes. People are not taking seriously. They just construction like as usual, like old methods.
People should make it compulsory, I think. When somebody is building their own house, I think it should be made compulsory for them to have a water harvesting pit.
Yes, because
so unless something is forced, people in India don't do it.
all are in our hands only. Nowadays we are doing, by knowing only we are doing more pollution, because everyone coming in the plastic bags, plastic covers, water we are using in the kitchen. So in our hands is there the solution to infiltrate the water to the ground level and to recharge the ground table water. So it's better to build the water pit, water harvesting pits in your
you must have noticed, so once it starts raining, when it rains,
yes,
from the rooftop all the water flows down, and it goes somewhere, goes into some drain or the other. So that's the sad part. If it could go into the soil underneath, so that would, as you said, increase the groundwater table. But that's not happening. It's going to some drain.
Yes,
from the drain it joins some river and goes.
Suddenly it's getting some flash floods. Like if in Hyderabad 1 hour rain is there, full 1 hour rain is there, there is some floods in the roads, because due to there is no infiltration to the soil.
Those also, there are encroachments on the drains. So the drains are not clear, the water will not flow. That's one thing. And eventually all water actually joins the sea, so then it becomes salty. So we should try to keep it on our lands. Once it becomes salty, it's of no use. It will be of some use, but not for water conserve. We can't drink that water.
We can't drink, and we can't use for crops also. That salty water.
Yes, we can't use for crops. All right, so we will also have some story building today. And would you like to start a sentence and then we'll carry it on as a story?
Oh no, ma'am. First you start, then I carry.
Okay. So I was very excited because I was going for a wedding shopping with my cousin and my aunt and uncle. So yeah, start that.
It's wedding shopping is my own wedding. So I am so enthusiastic to select very good looking sarees and ornaments. So I select some blue silk saree to my wedding.
For my wedding.
For my wedding.
Okay. And so it's not just one. So there were other sarees which had to be bought because it's a wedding. There are different rituals. So for every ritual, one has to wear a different saree. So my mother was telling me to buy not one, but look at 3 or 4 sarees. And I kept hunting, trying to look at different sarees, and eventually selected 3 sarees.
I completed buying 3 sarees, which is haldi. One is for haldi, and another 2 is for wedding. And I am choosing to go somewhere where the ornaments are so precious, and type of
jewelry shops.
Jewelry shops. More varieties where it will be available. I am researching now and asking some friends.
So once the clothes shopping was over, it's not just me. Because my mother also had to buy a saree, my sister had to buy a saree, and we had to buy some sarees to give as gifts. So we eventually we bought about 10 or 12 sarees, some for distribution and some for family members. And so that we came back home tired by 5 o'clock in the evening. So after that, the next day was jewelry shopping.
Me and my sister went to jewelry shopping because she knows very well than me how to select the jewelry.
She knows better than me.
To select the jewelry. So I took her.
Yes, so she advised me about the latest, chains, and one or two are traditional wear, of course. So traditional wear, we looked at traditional wear, and some more were extra for something for the ears and something for the neck, bangles and so on. So I did buy some gold that day, and also looked at some fancy pieces.
Yeah.
And asked my sister to buy one or two as well.
Me and my sister bought 2 sets, like silver, no, gold coating silver sets. It looks so pretty, and it's matched to our dresses also.
For the wedding?
Yeah, for the wedding.
Okay. So it was not just 2 days of shopping. It eventually the wedding shopping went on for 4 to 5 days. But by the end of those 4 days, we felt that most of the shopping, wedding shopping, was done.
Yeah.
And now,
after wedding shopping is done, when we are coming back to the home, we saw the beauty parlor auntie, and he he asked when you are coming to the parlor to prepare your wedding look.
So that's how the pre-wedding shopping took place, and that's the way I spent the days before the wedding.
Yeah.
And then of course we had to hunt for tailors also,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes.
We had to find a good tailor who could stitch the tops, the blouse, and etc. So that was the end of the wedding shopping.
Yeah. Finally,
right.
wedding also.
And we were all ready for the big day.
Yes.
Wedding is a big day in my life, so I was ready for the big day. Okay. So that was the story. Would you like to give it a name? Give the story a name.
Fairy tale wedding story.
All right. All right, Swapna, we will also look at some picture reading, and then in the end we'll do something. All right, I expect you to tell me something about this picture. So this is a little picture of something which Swapna will talk about. What does it look like to you?
It's look like some forest area where there is so many big trees, and
there are so many.
There are so many big trees, and many bushes are there under the trees, and in one big tree, under the big tree, the sage is sitting, and he is telling something to the students, disciples of him. I think there are 5 disciples sitting around the stage and listening to the guru, to the saint. And there is a hut. I think all these people live in that hut.
How many people are there?
5 disciples and 1 saint.
Teacher.
Yeah, 1 teacher.
So it looks like, how does it look like to you? Do we see such people nowadays?
Nowadays I really I don't saw, but I see in some serials like Ramayana, Mahabharata.
Yes,
yeah.
Serials or films which show old times.
Yes. When they went to the jungle, and they learned some skills, and they came back to the kingdom.
So there were teachers who were who kept the students with them.
Yes.
And they took care of the students also, and they trained them, educated them in many different things.
In what I observe in old movies, in life they has 3 or 4 phases. First phase balya, some childhood phase. Second phase some student life. In that student life, all the students go to the forest, and they live with the big saint, and they learn some skills which is used to rule the kingdom, and after learning the skills they came back to the kingdom, and they become the kings to the kingdom.
They come back, so and then they get married and lead a
married life,
and later what's the last stage?
Sannyas. like what we call in English.
Vanprastha. They go to the forest.
Yeah, first.
Because not everybody is a sannyasi.
Yeah. First,
Then they go to the forest.
after the married life, they go to the forest. Later, they take the sannyasa life.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay.
They go to the forest with wife and with wife. Later, they take the sannyasa life.
So this is interesting. So this talk, and all of them are wearing orange clothes,
Yes.
which shows that they are learning about many things.
Yeah.
It's that's how it was in the old days. So these people used to have lived in ashram. It is nowadays also you have something called Gurukul. But then nobody lives in a forest nowadays. It's
Yes.
called Gurukul.
Nowadays, they are living in hostels.
There are Gurukul schools,
Yeah.
but they are like normal schools, I think.
I think they also have their own hostels and students stay there.
So under the tree, what do you see? What kind of a place is that where the teacher is sitting?
There is a some
Round
table
stage-
like
stage kind of
round
thing.
stage like structure is there.
So
around
the
tree.
teacher is sitting on a height,
Yeah.
at a height, and the students are sitting on the ground and listening to the teacher. Yes. All right. So we will speak on a topic now. Then you have.
What role does our culture play in our lives? For example, our lifestyle, clothes we wear, food we eat, customs, etc. Yes.
Think about it a little bit and then you can speak.
Culture.
What is the culture that you talk about?
Yes. Culture means it's coming from generations to generations to the younger generations. Yeah, definitely culture plays a major role in our lives because because our parents practicing them and they learn from their parents, and like that from generations onwards it's passing down to the younger generations. So definitely we follow all those, not all those, but some culture
Many.
yeah, many of the things we follow, like going to the temple and doing fasting in Ekadash or
On
some
certain auspicious
Saturdays
days.
for Venkateshwara, like Lord Balaji, like we follow some culture, and it help us to lead a good life because when we are doing fasting, our body will cleanse and we feel free, we feel more energy. So all it's doing great to our lives, and our dressing style, it also good because when we see the Western style, some we don't feel comfort in the dresses. We comfort in
You feel comfortable.
we feel comfortable in our own culture clothes. And recipes also, what we are eating, it also plays a major role in our lives because without knowing any nutrition, our grandmothers and our mothers are playing a vital role in our life when they are cooking and when they are feeding us, because now the younger generation, they are paying the money and they are taking the dietitians help to what to eat and when to sleep, all this. But before our generation, our grandparents, they know when to eat and when to sleep, and what are the timings. They eat so early and they slept and they wake up so early. All those things are coming from the old generations to the another generations. And
are people following all the traditions nowadays?
yeah, nowadays compared to the old generation, nowadays we are not following much traditions, because in old generation they go to the temples, like if they want to some peace they go to the temples. But now we are going to the psychologist, I feel something depressed, I want to know why I am feeling like this, please suggest me. But they in olden days, if they this is the true story, some elder uncles say to me, if they feel depressed, they go to the temple and they pray sometime and they sit there. After sitting there, they feel some positive vibes,
Right.
and they came back to their work.
Yeah, thank
Yeah.
you. That was good. Yes, so culture you think plays a very important role in
Yes.
everything that we do, mostly.
Yes.
It's maybe in the colors, the clothes that we wear, or the food that we eat, the lifestyle we follow. And what about, a lot of people we find sitting outside temples who expect to be given something.
Yes.
So do you think donation is something which is very important in our culture? Donate to the poor?
Uh, yes, ma'am. Not only sitting in front of the temple, in villages when the festivals is going on, they come to the houses and they ask for something to give to eat. For eating, in my opinion, for eating, okay, we can serve them how much they want to eat. But somebody they just rudely they ask for money. Just you give only money. We don't want anything. We are not asking
Then we are
for
not.
rice or some other festival sweets. Just we want money. I don't like that culture from them. I don't want to see like that people also.
I know.
Donation means what we feel to give them.
Yes.
It is donation, not what they want to give
Want
them.
us to give.
Yeah.
Want to be given.
Yes.
Yes, that's true. But generally, people do donate when they go to temples or when they go somewhere. Giving for charity or giving is a part of the religion, I think, or a part of a duty as a citizen that we give to people. And for people who come with their the bull,
Yes.
for that also we give. Because generally people, there's a respect for all lives, living beings.
Yes. In olden days, they'll come with bull and they feel happy. What we are giving to them, they take very happily, because when we give our old saris, our old clothes to them, they feel oh, it's nice. They are giving something. But nowadays, they are not feeling like that. Why you are giving old clothes to us? You give some money or some other things. We don't want old clothes like that. They are saying.
Yes, I know. People are changing. So there's a lot of change. Okay, we'll look at some word meanings also, newspapers. Okay, we'll look at some word meanings from newspapers.
Peddler arrested with drugs worth 1.25 crore rupees.
So who is a peddler here? What's a peddler?
I think peddler means who is riding the bicycle or walking on the street, no?
These peddlers are drug peddlers.
Okay.
So he was selling drugs. People who sell drugs are called drug peddlers.
Okay.
Some of them consume also and then they sell too. Such people are called drug peddlers. And such peddlers, they sell to anybody. They have no principles.
Okay.
And they give it to school children, college students, older people, anybody.
Yes.
So a peddler has been arrested with how much drugs worth?
1.25
1.25 crores. So it's a drug peddler. He's not an Indian, of course, but
Nigerian food. Nowadays, many stories are coming on the drug issues.
No, a lot of them. foreigners are coming in also selling in our country.
Yes. Hydra argued to clear drain.
Urged.
Urged. Hydra urged to clear drain and encroachments. Drain encroachments means when we going around some lakes or some rivers, they build their structures on the river bed, like both of sides of the rivers, and they close the riverbed areas. And here it's come some drain encroachments means near
No,
the.
it's not exactly that. Drains, as you know, are everywhere.
Yeah.
Outside our home, we might find a small drain at least, because where is the water from our houses going to go?
Yeah.
So they might have drains. Some are underground drains, some are open. Now, if people keep throwing trash into the drain, which a lot of people in our country do,
Yeah.
they throw all kinds of trash. Then the drains are also getting encroached, in the sense they are jammed.
Yeah.
The water does not flow.
Yes.
The drains are meant for water to flow, but if you keep throwing trash into the drain, water cannot flow. So that's a drain encroachment.
Yeah.
Encroachment also means, of course, occupying somebody else's place. Sometimes there is a drain underneath and people might build their shops there.
Yes.
Over the drain.
Yes, ma'am.
Or they might build their home a little bit, extend their home a little bit, and it covers the drain. So that is encroachment.
Yeah, in once in an interview, KTR sir told that in drain normally we see the dirty water, but nowadays I am seeing I saw like some sofas, some chairs, all the things in the drain. So please keep city clean, and he says that in some interview. Please don't throw the things like
people
that
are
in
doing
the
that
drain.
also. It's a very sad situation, of course.
Anila is a confused and opportunistic politician, says MP Chamala.
So what is confused and opportunistic?
I think he is confused to join in which party.
No. You know the meaning of confused, no?
Yeah.
So confused means it's not clear?
Clear, yeah. Yes. He is not clear in his opinions or what he is doing.
Okay. What's the other word?
Opportunistic.
Opportunistic. What opportunistic means? Opportunity, you know, no?
Yeah.
So this word is from the opportunity only. It's
taking something. They have many opportunities. What to take?
Yes, opportunity means sometimes you get
Many
a
things.
chance.
Yeah.
Opportunity simply means getting a chance.
Yes.
I got an opportunity to join a good college, or opportunities, it could be a chance also. I got the chance to join a good college. Sometimes people who are opportunistic are people who take the chance, you know, they wait. It happens mostly with politicians. If they see that this party is doing well, they move to that party.
Yes.
And if there is another party is doing well, they move to that other party. So they are opportunistic. Such people are called opportunistic, or selfish is another word for them. Opportunistic. So it's not a positive word, it's a negative word.
Okay.
Somebody, if he says opportunistic, that means it's not somebody whom we can rely upon. Okay?
Okay.
That's it. All right. So we have done words, we have done story building, picture reading, and we have talked about environment and that environmental trip that you took.
Yes,
so we had an interesting talk, Swapna. Of course, a long talked about customs and traditions, culture. So it was very good. All the best now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.